One Hawk of what the Red Arrows fly in is made from a T1 Hawk. You are looking at, quite literally, the most collectible item that I have seen in a very, very, very long time. These are more than cufflinks. These are heritage, these are collectible, these are desirable, and these are going to be sought after by every single person watching this show. You are looking at the Diamond 9, the signature move performed by the Red Arrows, and you are looking at a cufflink that made from one of the jets. How sensational is that? But you don't just get the cufflinks, you get the whole shebang, everything. You get the cufflinks, you get the incredible tag, you get certificates of authenticity, you even get a unique aerobatic photograph taken by the fabulous Mr. Keith Campbell that only 250 will ever be made and has been signed by the photographer himself. If you are looking for the ultimate Father's Day gift, or if you are looking for an unbelievable collectible item that is going to be sought after by all of your friends and family, you are looking at it right now. And let me tell you, these things are sensational. 5% of the entire stock sold out already, and we've not even introduced you to the man behind the company that produced them, which I need to do right now. Guys, I'm telling you, I've got a tingly feeling in my back. We have all of the 250 sets available in the world in our system, and you're buying them already. These are going to sell out. Will you please welcome from Icarus, the fabulous Mr. John Mercer. Hello, John. How are you?
I am, Mike. Thanks for having me down. Yeah, really good. Thanks.
Thank you for making a middle-aged man feel like a child, because these are amazing, John.
Well, thank you. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to give people memories. So, yeah, I'm really pleased we could do it for you.
Now, you have an affinity not just with the Red Arrows. You are in the RAF.
Yep.
You are an individual that I have nothing but sheer respect for. But tell us about how you come up with Icarus and what it's all about.
Oh, I mean, you're really kind. So, yeah, so my journey, and really the journey of this product that you can see in front of you, started 22 years ago when I joined the Royal Air Force, and I've been so fortunate. I've been to some amazing places. I've worked with equipment and aircraft that's so iconic. And really, it got me thinking, how do you keep those memories and how do you preserve these icons? Because once they've gone, they've gone. So Icarus was born out of that, desire to continue the journey, which is, what we try and do with all our products and what we really want to do with these 250 exclusive sets.
I think as a nation, John, we are so proud of our Air Force in a way that it's like a family member. I mean, it served us proud for so many years. And we don't need to go through the history of the Air Force, but anybody that's ever seen or heard or felt a jet engine fly past them, it's an experience you will never ever forget. I mean, the ground moves, your organs move, you feel part of that enormous energy that's created by these jets. And there's nothing more iconic. I mean, it's a moment you'll never forget when you first see the Red Arrows fly, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and these products are a testament to the skill of the men and women that make the Royal Air Force Red Arrows team possible. I mean, it's absolutely amazing, and what we've tried to do with this product is we've tried to take that eclat, which is the Red Arrows byline, which is excellence, and we've tried to put it into a product and like you say, made from a Red Arrows Hawk T1 aircraft. And anyone that knows aircraft, and I know you do, is that is the sports car, it's the ultimate sports car, it's the the high performance aircraft that can pull amazing G.
We can see here, John, the craftsmanship that goes into this. It's almost like the skilled lapidarists that work on the most expensive diamonds in the world. Tell us how this actual process starts.
So, I mean, yeah, that's a picture. So every single one of these cufflinks goes through a really intricate process from being part of an aircraft, an aircraft that flies at 600 knots, over the heads of, the Queen through London, in the most amazing locations. But we take that aircraft and we cast it. So we individually cast it. So every single one of these is unique. Every single one is individually cast, hand finished by master jewellers right here in the UK. Yeah. We are, absolute perfectionists, as is befitting of a team like the Royal Air Force Red Arrows. So everyone has been through countless hours of production to get it to this stage. So, really proud of them.
Do you know what the funny thing is? And this is not my own personal journey. We don't live far from Duxford, where we live, me and the goddess and our little boy. So we get to see all manner of different aircrafts flying over our heads and things like that. But whenever there's an air show at Duxford, let me tell you right now, you can't get near it for love nor money. The tickets sell out so fast that to try to get the tickets, you have to either be in the know or know someone in the know. My point is a simple one. We love, as a nation, aircraft and aviation. We are proud of it. We have a connection with it, an affinity with it. And to actually own something, to wear something that is made from something that's flown at 600 miles an hour is, honestly, I'm proud to wear them, but I feel like I'm in a real unique club, John.
Yeah, and that's our whole ethos. So Icarus Originals, we don't go for mass production. We go for small amounts and absolutely perfect. And that's why, we're pleased to count, former prisoners of war, celebrities, people with real connection to aircraft, but also people that just love quality and just want something that's not, your generic mass-produced piece. So, we sell some of our cufflinks to people that just love quality, just love British manufacturing and things that have been made by hand in a time when we produce things overseas in large quantities, which we certainly don't do as a company.
Do you know what, John? I don't know how old you are, my friend, and I wouldn't dream of asking, even though, when you ask a bloke his age, it's not quite so bad as when you ask a lady. I come from an era, I was born in the 70s, and anybody of that era will remember a programme, and I think it was called Fighter Pilot. And they took, I think it was 100 men, and they tried to train them in the RAF to become a fighter pilot. And one bloke made it through the entire process, and he was a milkman. And it finished with him flying a jet, and I think it was over the Lake District. And I'm talking, I was a kid of like 6 or 7. And it's a moment and a programme I would never ever forget, because it was so poignant and so prolific and profound that it had a real amazing effect upon me. So to be with these, to have these, to be around this incredible collection, I feel like a kid in a candy shop. And I know we're so busy, my friend, our website's gone berserk. I think 10% of the entire stock's already sold out. And these, remember, free P&P, 60-day money-back guarantee, world exclusive offer, can't get them anywhere else. I think you really have captured the hearts of a nation, of a country.
Yeah, I mean the team do that. The team sell themselves, and certainly when you talk about who can get into the Royal Air Force Red Arrows and be the best of the best, it really is. It's very, very tough, and the men and women that fly the aircraft are just unbelievable. So we hope we've done them proud. But I think we've caught that theme that we want. We want it to be an amazing product. We want people to take this. So these 250 people who I know will absolutely love this product, whether it's for themselves or for a loved one. And we want them to continue the journey. So we want to see what happens to this Red Arrow. And all of our customers almost become friends. So we deal with people, and they always come back time and time again. Yeah. And we hear and we see, and we've had cufflinks that have gone to state award ceremonies in Buckingham Palace. We've had cufflinks that have gone to the heads of air forces. But for me, really, it's the person wearing the cufflinks on the first day, a job interview, the first job interview, or graduating from university, or again in memory of a cherished loved one who's no longer with us. There's lots and lots of reasons, and the stories and how this icon has continued its journey. They're the bits that this is why we do this.
And may I just say as well, the prestige of this is fantastic. When that box arrives, there's an excitement. You are going to feel like a kid on Christmas morning. When you then lift the box off, now there's only 250s in the world. They're never going to be reproduced in this collection, are they? In this set?
Never. This collection is completely unique.
So you get the cufflinks. You will also get, so just talk us through this as well, please, John, if you will.
So this is a bit of a nod to the people, the men and women that keep these aircraft serviceable and going and flying so safely. So anyone that's been up close to an aircraft will know that all the dangerous components, so for example the undercarriage, they're all locked with pins with this big remove before flight pennant on, so they don't go flying with them. And so what we thought would be really special for this collection would be to add that in. So that's our homage to the people that maintain them. And it's just something a little bit different again.
Yeah. I have to. I was very fortunate enough. All of this comes with your cufflinks, the whole little lot. You get your certificate of authenticity. You get everything that really makes this. I mean, as a gift, it's the perfect gift. I couldn't think of a better gift to give someone, whether they are steeped in the history of aviation or they just want something really rare and unique, John. I think you nailed it on that. But for someone that is a collector of anything to do with aviation, this will be your standout piece of your collection. It is so, so special. And if I may as well, there is a photograph that's been taken, because I wouldn't be doing my job very well if we didn't get to the photo. Right, guys, the website's gone berserk, OK? Absolutely berserk. please, please, please get on the website now, ideaworld.tv, get one of these in your baskets, check it out. If you register for OpenPay and you qualify for it, you're going to have to set for $24.28 today. That's 7 payments thereof, no interest is added. It's all free postage, okay, so they will be delivered for free, 3 to 5 working days arriving to your door, 60-day money-back guarantee. So if when they arrive, that feeling of elation, that euphoric feeling isn't there, guys, honestly, return them back and get all your money back. It's as simple as easy as that. These are never coming back, ever coming back. And you have something really, really rare. Now, this photo taken by a gentleman called Keith Campbell. So just tell me about Keith, if you will, please, John.
Keith, again, you know, we've been fortunate enough to work with some amazing professionals, and Keith is first and foremost amongst that list. So Keith is an ex-RAF pilot, as he'll tell you himself, and also an amazing, you know, world-renowned aviation photographer. So we were really keen, because we knew we wanted to do something for Ideal World viewers. We were really keen, because, you know, we think that there are people that can continue this journey. But we wanted to make it so special, and I think we've got it in this picture. So, you know, all individually signed by the photographer, all serial numbered, so you know which one you've got. So I think we've got 1, 2 and 3 here, so I look forward to sending these out to the customers. And Keith's taking this picture, and it's completely unique, so nobody will ever, it won't be displayed anywhere else. The 250 people that buy these will be the 250 people that own it. It was taken 9 days ago. It was taken 9 days ago at a secret location just outside RAF Scampton, and this is the Royal Air Force Red Arrows doing their check flight before they get their display. So like anyone, if you're flying 9 high-performance aircraft very close together, they need to make sure that you can do it very well. So this was literally just before they got the 2020-2021 sign-off, and this is them embarking into the famous Diamond 9 formation. So they're upside down here, so if you do buy it, don't turn the photograph the other way around. They are all upside down.
And the G's they must be pulling as they come out into this or go into this must just be incredible.
Yeah, and how they, you know, how they do it is just amazing. You know, they are the best of the best in the world. I mean, Royal Air Force pilots are all amazing, but to fly Red Arrows and to fly that close and to fly around the world, I take my hat off to them.
And you know what? And I take my hat off to you and the guys at Icarus, because I think what you've created here on a personal level, anybody into aviation is already on the website for these. Okay, they're already getting them. But we all know someone that would love these. And I think that's what you've really done here. You've made something really personal, really special, really poignant. And when you have that kind of gift potential, anybody receiving this is going to be overwhelmed. It is a really, really special gift, something I think you've created here, John.
Oh, that's really kind, and it's the reception we get, and you know, although it's probably blowing our trumpets a little bit, it's the reason why we've only ever had 5-star reviews. Every review on every product is a 5-star, because we go that extra mile, because we know that either this is a special piece to someone's collection, or this is a gift for that, you know, once in a lifetime occasion. And we want to make sure that, you know, our customers remain our friends, and we want to give them the opportunity to be able to do that. So, yeah, we are really, really proud.
Well, segueing rather nicely into reviews, obviously when it comes to Icarus, they really are rather special. Jenny H from Cornwall says, thanks for making making buying a birthday gift for my husband so easy. He has worn these, sorry, I've only got one good eye. He has worn these every day since I gave them to him. The product and packaging is first rate, but your customer service is even better. I love that. Every day since he's got them. This is a guy that's never ever going to take these off. A little piece of history. The next one. This one comes in from David from Hearts. Thanks, Icarus Originals. Bought these because I love the Red Arrows, and I'm just stunned with how good they look in the flesh. The attention to detail is just amazing, and I love how you've captured every detail of the aircraft, but kept the line so beautiful. I still can't believe I'm walking around with a piece of the Red Arrows on my cuffs. Let's do one more. Just wow, says David. I love that. And that's the thing. I mean, I've got these and I can't believe I'm wearing part of the Red Arrows. Happy in Suffolk. Bought these for my dad's 60th birthday because he loves aircraft. Thanks so much for making them. He was thrilled, and they come so well packaged that I literally had to put them in a bag, and that was that. Your pictures look great, but don't do justice as to how good these look. Thank you, Gemma from Suffolk. Guys, look, I wear these not just with pride, but when you really do get up close and personal with these, you appreciate them on a whole different level. It's a really, really personal thing. I never thought I would ever be this close to actually a genuine part of the Red Arrows, but I am. And I love them. And I love them in a way I don't think I've ever loved an inanimate object before. They're really personal. They're really special. They're really unique and ridiculously collectible. 802 is the item number. You can give us a ring. Call centre are taking orders if you want to. It's a skeletonized staff, obviously, in our call centre, just so you are aware because of the current situation. But having said that, honestly, don't expect these to last. We have all that's available in the world, and, well, his world and his friends want it. So you can imagine just how busy we really are. And it's all delivered completely for free. Something rather unique and special. So many buyers coming in. When it comes to the casting and the creating of these, let's just go back to John again, because the process is so intricate and yet so specialised.
Yeah, and you hit the point with the form. So obviously a lot of our customers are pilots that fly the aircraft that we produce, so we can't get it wrong. So not only have you got a piece of red arrows on your wrist, it's a red arrow shrunk down. And so what we do is it sort of high-tech meets traditional craftsmanship. So we take, before we start anything, we take a scan. So we take 130 million data points from high accuracy replicas, and we shrink that down into a model, and then we print it in wax effectively. And then we use lost wax casting, which has been around since the Stone Age, but again is an amazing technique that gives you a complete replica. And then we're into the quality control and the hand finishing. And the master craftsmen are so strict with what they finish and what they don't. So we find that only a handful get through out of every batch we make.
I was going to say, there is a detail of excellence that will only surpass the best of the best when it comes to Icarus, because, like you say, only the best get through, don't they?
Yeah, and we wouldn't sell them because we don't want that person being disappointed on that date. We really think we're paying a tribute to the icon, and so why would we do anything that is subpar in any way? We'd rather put out something perfect, and I think that shows in the fact that people come back to us time and time again, and we keep the scale small, and we supply to special customers rather than just to everyone. And again, this is why being able to do these 250 sets in one run for Ideal World is just a dream for us. I really do look forward to putting names to who we're sending them out to.
And I applaud you. The RAF is all about precision, excellence, the highest of standards, and you've carried that into your own company of Icarus. We've got Keith Campbell on the phone. Keith, are you there, my friend?
I am, yes. Good evening.
Yes, we can. Keith, pleasure to speak to you. May I firstly applaud you and just say, wow, goodness gracious me, you lucky so-and-so. What an amazing photo you've taken. Keith, you must be so proud to be able to get that close to the red arrows and take these photos.
I am. Well, I suppose it's your basis for comparison. Having done some calculations, I was probably about a mile away from the first aircraft going through the system, going through the loop.
I mean, we're looking at some VT now. I mean, you're a mile away, but the detail and the clarity, I mean, these things are moving at a fair old peg, Keith, aren't they? They must be difficult to photo.
They're doing probably about 250 miles an hour, about 4,000 feet above the ground, pulling about 4.5 to 5 times the force of gravity at that point where the photograph was taken.
Wow. So
you're working hard in the cockpit.
There's no room for error from not just the pilot, but also for you that's clicking the shutter to get that photo. I mean, that photo's near perfect. You can see all the jet stream, the smoky loop. I mean, it's a fantastic image. What an incredible piece of imagery you created.
Thank you. It was a one shot. It had to work at that angle with the light reflecting off them on a blue sky, and it just all came together perfectly in the second.
And when you look at that photo, Keith, are you reminded by, it's not just the sight, it's the sound, it's the feel, it's the experience, isn't it? Even that far away, you're still feeling the power that's coming out of these jets.
About 30 seconds before that, they'd come over my head at 100 feet, the 9 of them in formation,
wow,
to pull up into the loop. And the ground physically does shake as they come over.
Well, I know when we spoke, John, just the other day on the phone, we were talking about a particular aircraft, and one in particular. And when they open up that full thrust, I loved your analogy. You said it makes your kidneys rattle.
Yeah, I mean, the power of these engines is just, unbelievable. Again, British design Rolls-Royce engine, absolutely awesome. And
then when you saw this photo, John, I mean, you must have just been elated, right?
Yeah, and I take my hat off to Keith. I mean, he is the consummate professional, and obviously with his background as a Royal Air Force pilot, he knows what's going to make a great shot. But we are so grateful that he's taken this picture for us, because it's an amazing picture. It's completely unique, and it's just for these 250 people as well. So for a man who sells his images internationally to give us this small limited edition run is, you know, what a guy.
Well, Keith, may I just say thank you so much indeed for taking time out of your evening just to speak to us here. I am a huge fan of not just your photography, but also of your service, and I applaud you and thank you for that, sir. And thank you so much indeed just for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
What a lovely guy.
He's brilliant. Really, really good.
Right, guys, listen, we're only getting busier and busier by the second. So, look, listen to a bald fella who's middle-aged, but I feel like a child. These are, how long left? Is that it? We've got 20 minutes left of the show. Will the stock last? Guys, this is more than just a cufflink. And honestly, the moment you've got one of these and you hold it in your hand, firstly, you're in for the biggest surprise. And I'm going to let you find out what that surprise is. It's a surprise you should expect. But when you feel them, they feel even more special. But I'll leave that one to you. I don't like giving everything away, OK? There's nothing worse than a magician revealing all of his secrets. But when you open these up and you get this box and you get this set, you are in for a treat of treats. And if you're giving this as a gift, let me tell you right now, I think that's a gift that you'll never, ever be able to better. Because whoever receives this, John, honestly, I think is going to be moved. And I mean moved on a real personal level. Yeah,
and like I say, I really look forward to seeing where these cufflinks go and the journeys they go on. And, you know, a lot of people buy them to hand on to, you know, to people in the future. And again, you know, it's just honouring the legacy of the Royal Air Force Red Arrows, and you know, I'm really proud to be associated with them.
And to have something as well, guys, so unique, so beautifully presented, and such a talking point. I've been fortunate enough to be able to wear these for the last about 10 days in the studio, walking about. And let me tell you, everybody that's seen them, and I've been promoting them on the live shows, everybody that's seen them has just got, oh my God, they're amazing. My dad would love them. My granddad would love them. I would love them. Do you know what? We all work hard in such uncertain times. If ever there was an opportunity to really treat yourself to something not just special but unique, you're looking at it. So don't let these once-in-a-lifetime opportunities pass you by. If you've ever been fortunate enough to see the Red Arrows, it's an experience you'll never forget. To actually own a part of a genuine Red Arrow T1 Hawk jet is, wow, it's an unsurpassable opportunity, John.
Yeah, and you know, and everything about this is unique, and also, you know, it supports good causes. So a percentage of the sales go to the Royal Air Force Benevolent Fund as well. So, you know, you're also doing good through your buying the best gift. So it's the gift that ticks all the boxes.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, my friend,
yeah,
if I may say.
So.
I can't take my eyes off them. They are so magical. I love them. I think they're absolutely sensational. And whether you love aviation or not, I mean, they are just, firstly, beautiful cufflinks. They really are. They're so robust and yet so beautifully finished. And so the finesse of these is, the engineering is perfect. It's just incredible. But when you have them, when you own them, you have something so rare, so unique and so collectible that, honestly, I think you're going to just want to wear shirts all day long and have these on. 565802 is the item number. If you are just joining us, a very, very good evening to you. My name's Mike. I'm joined by the fabulous John Mercer from Icarus Originals, the creator of these incredibly exclusive, unique and rare cufflinks that have been crafted from a genuine T1 Red Arrow Hawk. I mean, the most iconic aerobatic display team in the world. I think they've flown now 4,800 flights. Displays around 57 different countries. Started in 1964. I mean, their heritage, their history is just sensational.
Yeah, and that's one of my favourite facts. That, you know, they started off in 1964. Not everyone knows that. So to say they've been going nearly 60 years, and again, you know, consummate professionals, and they've been everywhere. They've been, you know, recently, a lot of us remember them going to China and the Far East, going over New York last year.
Wow.
Just, you know, what a team, and what a capable group of flyers. And
well, what was incredible, in actual fact, when they first started, there was only 7 pilots. There was only 7 of them, and then in 1966 they put 2 more pilots in, and I think it was in the 70s that they actually went to the T1 jet. They actually turned to the T1 Hawk. It was a yellow aircraft, I believe, they were flying at the start of.
The Yellow Jacks, yeah.
The Yellow Jacks.
They flew in gnats, Folan gnats, so any real aviation fans with the Orpheus engine might know that, but it's a very rare one. But yeah, I think they soon settled on the Hawk T1 because it's, we still use it as a trainer in the Royal Air Force. It can do absolutely everything and super high performance as well.
So, I mean, Icarus Originals, John, you must be so proud of the company.
Yeah, and so Alan Locke, who I founded the company with, we both have been on that journey with it, and it makes us proud every day, and not just because of the products, but because of the people we've got to meet, and experiences like this, and seeing where our products go. And yeah, I mean, the name comes from Icarus. Obviously, flew too close to the sun and melted his wings, and our first product was made out of melted wings of a Tornado GR4. So
wow.
It's a bit of a nod to its predecessors, but yeah, really proud of it.
You have the best job in the world, if I may say, and your craftsmanship. I mean, we've got this imagery here. Just talk us through what we're seeing, John.
So you'll see there the molten material. So again, everything that goes in is molten aircraft. We don't mix it with anything. It is pure Hawk T1 in this case. We've done all sorts from Concorde to the last Flying Vulcan. It is really a very, very classic technique. So lost wax casting is an art, but when they get it right, the guys in Birmingham's Jewellery Quarter, there is no one finer. They are amazing.
When this arrives, I mean, I think the way that you've boxed this and given it as a gift, it's more of an experience than a gift, because it comes beautifully in the beautiful box set, which there's only 250 of in the world. You get the unique photo taken by Keith that we've just spoken to, Keith Campbell, an incredible, an RAF pilot that's just taken the most sensational photos. You get the cufflinks. You also get this little red tag. So again, just explain this for us, please, John.
So that's the lanyard. So anyone that knows aircraft will know that keeps the locks on the really dangerous equipment. So it's a bit of a nod to the maintainers to go, actually, you've not been forgotten, and anyone that wants that little bonus item. It's got a bit of a story attached to it that supports the Red Arrow. So yeah, we were pleased to include that.
And I think as well, one thing I know when I opened the box and I saw everything. It's amazing. We're very, very proud of our heritage of the RAF, and you've really, I think, encapsulated that. I love all of the cards that you place in there. You get your certificate of authenticity. You get, obviously, the Union flag, as you can just see here. All of this actually comes in the set, and that unique photo. It's really special. I think you've absolutely nailed it, John.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. And every card has meaning. So, in fact, there's one for just these 250 customers have got their own unique card. And package it, even though people think it's quite a mundane thing, we spend as much time almost on the packaging design as we do on the product design, because we want every element to be perfect. And being able to put in this exclusive picture again is the cherry on the cake. It's so exclusive, I don't even have a copy of it, so I'll have to.
Wow.
To speak to
Okay,
Keith.
you're gonna have to have a word with Keith, aren't you, on that one? I think you might have to shake his hand a few times. Just down to the attention to detail, if I may, if we can just, where John is, actually the box that the cufflinks come in, the packaging that contains the box, on the back of it, you've even got the sensational, as you can just see there, you've got, as we're just going to get in on that, look at that. I love what you've done there. You've just got everything there, the Diamond 9 formation. It's fantastic. You've just got it perfect.
It's the little bits, the attention to detail. I mean, these are licensed through the Secretary of State for Defence, so we definitely would not like to get him angry. So, we've pulled out all the stops to make something that we hope is worthy of, being the ultimate gift or the ultimate collection piece.
It's one of the most perfect sets I've ever seen. I'm not saying that for effect, and I really am. And I pay homage to you, but also your business partner, Alan Locke, that's now on the phone. Alan, can you hear me, my friend?
I can. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Alan, firstly, may I say, I'm sit down here with John, your business partner, and I know you work as a collective. What you've created here, I think, for any aviation enthusiast is just fantastic. But it goes much broader than that, Alan. I think you've really captured a worldwide attention with these.
Yeah, when John and I started this, we wanted to make something that was really special and to capture a piece of history. And we thought there's nothing more special than being able to own literally what was a part of the legendary Red Arrows on your cusp. And all that history, all the emotion that comes with that, and who doesn't look up when the Red Arrows are overhead and smile? And we hope we've created something very special. And obviously this limited collection here, as John said, I think it's the perfect gift, and obviously with a special day coming up.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, Alan, with Father's Day, I mean, I couldn't think of a better Father's Day gift. I mean, wow. I mean, if anybody's thinking about, I don't know what to get Dad, someone who is so special and so prolific in a young girl or a young boy's life, looking up to that, you know, to their parent, you're looking right at it. This has got to be the gift of gifts, Alan. I'm sure you'd agree. I know you'd agree, John.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want that perfect gift that, you know, is there, is ready to give, and is completely exclusive, then this is for you.
And if I may just say as well, gentlemen, I always try to think about the start of a journey, because this could be the start of a journey, maybe for a dad or someone to say, look, I've got part of the Red Arrows, it's now time to take you to go and see them. And I think for that younger generation, they're going to embark upon a journey that could change their lives, because it is that much of an experience when you see, hear and feel these aircraft fly past you, Alan.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, that when I was younger, I remember going to air shows. I saw the Red Arrows, and it's one of the things that inspired me to join the military. And actually, I started off in the Royal Air Force. I learned to fly with the Royal Air Force, and I had to stop flying, unfortunately. I lost a lot of my eyesight when I was younger, and having that connection back, that emotional connection back to something that I was involved in, was absolutely tremendous. And just having that little piece of history, and as you say, it's the start of a journey. You look up, you see the Reds, and having that little piece of history, I think, is quite inspirational. It captures everything: the precision, the speed, the thrill, and really that emotional connection that we all have with our national aerobatic team.
And just listening to you talk about them, Alan, you can hear the pride and the passion that exudes from your voice, my friend, if I may say. And I know that obviously John, I was speaking to him the other day about, we was just talking, and obviously your name come up and we was mentioning you. I know that the loss of sight has not hindered you at all. You've rowed across oceans, and you've done so many things, my friend.
Yeah, and I've been very fortunate to have the opportunity to do that with some support from the military charities, which is actually part of why we, with all our products, and I think John's covered with this one as well, we like to give back. So we've supported a number of military charities with our products, and it's a great thing to be able to pay back to the forces that actually look after me when I had something quite traumatic happen. But yeah, I've tried not to let it stop me. I always wanted to start my own business, and it's really nice if I can say I used to be an engineer. I can't do the precision engineering I used to do, but in some small way with this business, I've been able with John to create, you know, albeit on a small scale, these hopefully very beautiful renderings of these fantastic machines.
Well, I applaud you for your endeavours, and I thank you for your service, and thank you so much indeed for your time, Alan. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you. All my love to you, your families. Take care, stay safe, and thank you so much indeed for joining us this evening.
Sure, no worries. Likewise. Pleasure.
What a lovely guy.
Well, and he doesn't blow his own trumpet, but he is inspirational. When you look at the things he's done, and he doesn't always bang on about it, and I certainly would, but he's done more than me since he lost a lot of his sight. Then it's just what an incredible guy, and really with our colleague Sue, who keeps us, everything on track and keeps us in line.
The ladies always do. They know how to keep the boys in tow, the girls.
Yeah, I couldn't wish for anyone else to work with. He is truly an inspiration.
So, do you know what? We spoke about Keith, John. We spoke about Alan, and it's been a real pleasure and privilege to have them both on the show. And again, I thank them so much indeed for their time. Let's talk about you, because I think what you've done here, from a gentleman that's serving in the RAF, that really is capturing something that's so childhood. It begins as a child for me. And I'm sure it did for you, the first time you hear a jet fly by or these iconic aircraft. But you've made this your living in your life, and then you come up with this company with John, and with Alan. And what you've done here is, I think you've made something so unbelievably personal. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, and that's it. So part of it is continuing the journey of the icons, but part of it is, for me, is, how do I frame those memories? Because it's gone from, like you say, as a child, seeing something that you go, it's so unbelievably exotic, and then working around them for over 20 years, and you go, well, actually, these are machinery, and they do a job, but how do you take that with you? And this was the only way. So you can say a cufflink is something to keep your shirt closed, but actually it's much more than that. The cufflink is just the vessel to carry that memory and to carry that history. So it is really personal to me.
And you're a lucky boy. You get to tinker with the nuts and bolts and feel the wings and play with the engines and do all manner of different things. And yet, you know what? You give me that privilege when I wear this. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm actually part of a T1 Hawk that is the Red Arrow jet. It's amazing what you've achieved by creating something so small and yet so mighty. It's It's sensational. I can't applaud you enough for what you and Alan and the guys at Icarus have done. I think it's sensational.
Yeah, and that's the bit. That's the bit for me with these ones, that you know they've flown over so many places, and you know, the amount of millions of people that have seen it fly. It's just, what a journey.
Look, guys, please don't just be blown away by the wonder of the Red Arrows jet and the imagery that you're seeing, and own this. Own it. Make it yours. Give it as a gift for someone. That's what this show's all about. A worldwide exclusive offer that there's only 250 of. There will never be any more in this gift collection set. A unique photo taken by the fabulous Mr. Keith Campbell. Every single one has been signed and uniquely numbered. This is a rare opportunity for you to own part of a T1 Hawk Red Arrow jet, and to have something so beautiful that you can wear it with pride, with just such satisfaction. It's so strange how something so small can give such fulfilment just by wearing it. You feel honoured to wear them, but they're magical, mate. They really are.
There's something about them, isn't there? There's
really
something
is.
when you get your small piece of an aircraft, and we get that in all the cufflinks we produce from the different aircraft or vehicles. There is some sort of addictive magic, a bit like I reviewed before, said, you know, they wear them every day. So.
You just read my producer's mind. He says, Mike, let's go back to those reviews, if we may. So I'll read them out just very, very quickly for you. A little piece of history, says Jenny H from Cornwall. Thanks for making buying a birthday gift for my husband so easy. He has worn these every day since I gave them to him. The product and packaging is first rate, but your customer service is even better. Thank you, Jenny H from Cornwall. The next one comes in from David from Hearts. Just wow. Thanks, Icarus Originals. Bought these because I love the Red Arrows, and I'm just stunned with how good they look in the flesh. The attention to detail is just amazing, and I love how you've captured every detail of the aircraft, but kept the line so beautiful. I still can't believe I'm walking around with a piece of the Red Arrows on my cuffs. I know it's weird, David. I completely understand and relate, my friend. Happy in Suffolk, says Gemma L. Bought these for Dad's 60th birthday because he loves aircraft. Thanks so much for making them. He was thrilled, and they come so well packaged that I literally had to put them in a bag, and that was that. Your pictures look great, but you don't do justice just to how good these look. And again, something that I think is echoed by anybody that actually has these. So let's go back to the quality of these, because they are just so beautifully finished, John.
Yeah, and each one is finished, is hand finished by a master finisher with a monocle. So the match, so there are no two that are identical because they're individually cast and individually finished. So we spend a lot of time matching the perfect pair. So when you get yours, it's subtly different to everyone else's. So there'll be little difference, a bit like a fingerprint. Yeah. And it gives us real joy, when you see that process and you see how much time is spent on each one, just taking off tiny bits and finishing it. You have got your own little Red Arrow that's a perfect work of art on its own. I think. And I love hearing the stories. So when we read the reviews, I don't know whether this is a bit tragic on my behalf, but I recognise all the names that come up. So because we only deal in quality and perfection, we don't sell thousands of sets a year for that reason. So I recognise, and I go back. Well, I remember when they said, "Oh, can you get it here for next week because I've got this big occasion," or can you include this bit in it? And making those dreams come true by giving them people a really high quality item. Again, it's the satisfaction of the job.
I also have to say as well, not all of them make it to the finished article. You're very, very fastidious and particular about the ones that are accepted, right?
Yeah, fastidious is the word. Yeah, we're absolutely brutal. We would not let anything go out that's not perfect, which is why we never get returns. So we will cull cufflinks, so we'll cull a number out. So we produce 10. We'll probably cull 4 or 5 along that process, whether that's at casting or finishing, or we're not quite happy with some element of it. We only let perfection go out.
Never truer words said by the RAF, if I may just say. That's just what they're emblazoned upon, really, aren't they, and what the bedrock of them are. Guys, listen, I'm just going to put a suggestion in your brain, and you can maybe call me maybe thinking too far ahead, however you want to colour it, I don't care. Father's Day, you might be thinking, I've already got Dad sorted, it's literally only a couple of weeks away, right? Do you know the best gifts are the ones that you never ever expect, or the ones that you thought had passed you by? And if you've ever listened to someone and heard what they wanted and seen it in a shop window, and then when you wasn't with them, you've gone back and you've got it, and you've waited and you've waited and you've waited, and you've presented that to that person, that's a gift and a moment that is so poignant and so profound and prolific that it will never ever be forgotten. You imagine giving these for that person's birthday or for a Christmas or an anniversary or something like that. You don't have to give them now. In actual fact, if the time isn't right to give them now, then don't. But get them now and give them when the time is right. And that makes them even more special, because they are nothing but special. They are amazing, and our stock has been annihilated. And may I just say, I applaud you all, because I think you have found the magic that I felt the moment I saw them, and everybody else that's watching this show. Treat yourself. You deserve these. You really do. We work hard for our pennies, and every once in a while, don't wait for someone to get what you want. Get it for yourself. Why not? Otherwise, what's the point, to be honest with you? John, I've got about 90 seconds left. I'd like to give you 30 seconds of that time just to summarise this great achievement and why people should get these incredible cufflinks.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, we think that we have produced, we're so proud, we think we've produced excellent so eclat like the Royal Air Force Red Arrows. I think the exclusivity, the 250, nobody will ever own this picture. For me, that, you know, that makes it all worth it without even the cufflinks. The cufflinks themselves, we've tried to make each one a work of art. You will not be disappointed if you buy these cufflinks. You will have your own unique piece of history. So, and you're going to take on that journey. We want to hear where that journey goes. So, you know, if you're going to make someone a special occasion, if you're going to remember someone that was really important in your life, it's just for yourself. You know, we want you to join the Icarus family, and we want to see where you go and what you do. And you know, I look forward to seeing those 250 names when I pack them up with Sue and Alan, and we individually courier them out on Wednesday. I want to see those names.
I'm out of time. The wonderful John Mercer, Keith Campbell, Alan Locke, thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much indeed for your company. Get these. You'll regret it if you don't. For me, Mike Mason and John, take care.